On a silent Christmas Eve, one small stitched patch made hardened soldiers freeze, and what it revealed shattered every assumption in the room. Stay with this story to the last line, and if moments like these move you, hit subscribe for more unforgettable twists. They noticed the patch first because it didn't belong, a worn square of fabric stitched crookedly onto a faded jacket, the word seal, ending in a question mark like a joke that didn't quite land. And the men at the volunteer shelter chuckled as the old janitor shuffled past with the mop, snow melting off his boots and Christmas lights flickering overhead. Because everyone had a story on Christmas Eve and his looked like a bad one, a nobody clinging to borrowed glory, until the power cut out and the room fell into a tense, echoing dark that made one of the visiting officers instinctively call out a quiet command, the kind not taught, and the janitor answered without looking up, voice low, precise, correcting the formation in the dark by sound alone, counting breaths, spacing steps, and when the lights blinked back on, the laughter died because the officer was staring, eyes locked on that patch as if it had suddenly changed shape, and he asked, half mocking, half curious, seal? And the janitor smiled, not proud, not ashamed, just tired, and said the patch was a reminder, a question he asked himself every day after the accident, after the water went wrong, after the team came home without him and the paperwork said medically retired, not failed, but the word felt the same, and he'd sewn the question mark so he wouldn't forget that identity isn't a rank you wear forever. It's a standard you try to live up to when no one is watching, and the officer swallowed and snapped to attention without realizing it, because he recognized the cadence, the scars hidden under sleeves. The way the man positioned himself between the exits and the kids decorating a crooked tree, and outside the snow kept falling like it always does, quiet and indifferent, while inside the shelter the jokes were gone, replaced by a heavy respect. And when the janitor finished mopping, he left the patch behind on the counter, turned inside out so only the stitching showed, a silent gift, and the officer understood the twist of it then, that the question wasn't whether the man had been a SEAL, but whether any of them were living up to what that word was supposed to mean, especially on a night meant for mercy.